preserve itself, but we do flinch, and oh man. YouTube, today we're going to be trying out a brand new team featuring Focus Sash, Sandaconda, and Dracozolt that got top 4 in a grassroots tournament, and it looked pretty interesting, so I really want to try it out. If you do enjoy the videos, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It does help me out. If you want to check out the details of the team and the creator down below in the description, and you can grab the rental code on your screen. But Focus Sash Sandaconda was actually used and got pretty high up in one of the really early, I think either it was one of the mythical tournaments or it was the really early one restricted format where Focus Sash Sandaconda did really well in an online tournament. I think it won actually, but we'll see how it goes. Let's get started and play some games. We got Geo, okay, the Dialga, Whimsicott, Kyogre, Umbreon, Thundurus, and Zacian. This is not a very comfortable team for my, unfortunately, I don't think this is a very comfortable team for my very Dialga weak team right here. Clef doesn't help me out because Steel Spike is going to threaten. If I remember right, this is a Life Orb Dialga, which is going to make it a little bit painful right here. A Blastoise doesn't really do much here. I don't have the best offense against the Dialga right here. I'm probably going to have to figure something out, but I am going to lead Sandaconda here. I think Sandaconda plus, I want to say Yveltal is not a too bad lead here, but I am not 100% certain on this one. This game looks really difficult, but yeah, I'm going to try out Yveltal plus Sandaconda right here. Yveltal does put on some pressure against him on the bright side, so I'm going to go with Sandaconda plus Yveltal. Bring out the Dracozolt because I think Dracozolt's a really good max Pokemon. Let me double check the speed. I am max speed, but I have no idea what the Dialga speed tier is, which is going to be the really questionable part here. But I think Dracozolt's really good, and I think the Zacian as the last Pokemon. And yeah, like Clefairy, the problem is Friendguard doesn't help me out too much in this matchup because my Pokemon aren't exactly the bulkiest right here, and they have a lot of offensive pressure, especially against the Clefairy with Water Spout and the max Steel Spike that could threaten here. Let's see, because this is going to be a very, very scary game. I'm hoping that they lead like Whimsicott immediately with like Dialga, but we'll find out. It is going to be Kyogre Indeedee. Oh boy, okay. Kyogre plus Indeedee is definitely a pretty big threat right here. Can I knock out the Indeedee actually? I could see a changing game plan right here. Hold on. All right. Dark Orb went first, the Drizzle goes up second, and the Indeedee, I need to confirm the item right here. Are you going to be a physical or special Indeedee right here, or a Psychic Seed? It is Psychic Seed. Okay, I wonder if I could go for a Max Darkness into the Indeedee and get a Glare Off into the Kyogre, because if I get a Glare Off into Kyogre, this is actually huge right here, and I think I'm gonna attempt it right here. I might as well, right? I have a Max Darkness on the Yveltal. It's going to be physical, and we have black glasses, and I imagine this KOs Indeedee in one shot. So I'm going to risk it here because I kind of want to glare off into the Kyogre really badly here, and then next turn I could go for like Airstream into a potential glare into the Dialga if it decides to switch in here. So I don't think this is too bad. It's not ideal, of course, but it's not too bad. We do get the Yveltal Dynamax here. If this is helping hand from the Indeedee, that would be a little bit scary, but yeah, Follow Me going to come out. Okay, perfect. So Follow Me going to come out from the Indeedee. Let's see, a Max Darkness is going to come out into Indeedee. Please pick up the knockout into the Indeedee with the black glasses. Yep, okay, perfect. Okay, we are able to obliterate the Indeedee. That's absolutely huge. That's exactly what I want. Depending on this Kyogre speed stat, if we outspeed and get the glare off, we could get the full para. Full para would be pretty nice here, but no, it is faster. But Water Spout is going to come out. So much damage to my Sandaconda right here, but I am able to change the weather, which is going to actually be pretty nice. A little bit of residual damage on that Kyogre, but more importantly, here is the glare into the Kyogre, which is going to make it really hard for my opponent to really be able to outspeed the rest of my team right here, unless it's Cotton Spore Whimsicott. But thankfully they can't Cotton Spore the Yveltal. They can Cotton Spore my Zacian, which is still a little bit of a problem, but we'll figure out the rest as we go along. Thundurus is pretty scary here, but it's Whimsicott. Okay, perfect. Whimsicott revealed here. That is perfect. I probably just go for a Max Darkness here into the... they probably Tailwind here, or they Moonblast my Yveltal, but I don't think Moonblast KOs the Yveltal at this range. I think I always just glare the Whimsicott here, and I go for a Max Darkness right here. Yeah, I think that's always the play here. So I'm going to go for the Glare here into the Whimsicott, and I'm going to go for the Max Darkness into the Kyogre with the special variant this time. Let's see. I don't think they Dynamax the Kyogre, but they could. No, they just Moonblast here. Hopefully we survive. Looks like not. Okay, was not expecting to go down there, actually. I thought we would have survived because even though I know it's a super effective attack, Yveltal's a pretty decently bulky Pokemon. We get a Glare Off into Whimsicott. We do break a Sash at least. This is not too bad, but it's still not great right here. Kyogre gets paralyzed. Okay. Which is actually kind of awkward for me. I would probably preferred it sticking around here, but okay. This is awkward, I think. Zacian here. I actually wanted the Sandaconda to go down here because I got a free switch to Dracozolt plus to Zacian. This is kind of awkward, actually. I guess I could go Dracozolt. The thing is, Moonblast is always threatening here. I think I have to go Zacian here. The thing is, my pressure against the Dialga, especially with them still having Max as an option, is not great. But we will go out into Zacian right here. If Whimsicott gets paralyzed, maybe we have a decent chance here. But yeah, this is going to be pretty difficult otherwise. I'm going to go for a Protect with my Sandaconda here, and I'm probably just going to fire off the Behemoth Blade into Whimsicott here because I need to probably KO the Whimsicott. Because I can't let Tailwind be lasting up in the rest of the game. So let's see here. We're going to see... Oh, Kyogre Dynamaxes instead, which actually I will gladly take as long as it's not Helping Hand Geyser. Well, we'll find out though, but they are Dynamaxing a paralyzed Kyogre. This is very risky for them because if they do get paralyzed, of course, this is really bad for them. They lose so much momentum, but let's see what's going to happen here as we are going to protect our Sandaconda because I want to keep the Glare option, but this could be Hailstorm, I guess. I don't think it would be, but there's a chance, I suppose. Tailwind does go up. No surprise here. Okay. So that is very scary. We're going to get a Behemoth Blade off into the Whimsicott here. This Kyogre is going to have to get paralyzed once, probably. And I mean once more. The Whimsicott goes down here. Because I could have Bolt Beaked and Behemoth Bladed the next turn, which is why I kind of want Sandaconda to go down. But of course, it might have came down to the Kyogre. Ooh, we get the Para there, which is really, really good there. Okay, that's a fantastic turn. Okay, that's amazing for me. All right. Is it Dialga? Yeah, it's Dialga. It's kind of why I'm surprised that they Dynamaxed the Kyogre, because I feel like Dynamax Kyogre didn't really do much here. But yeah, that's actually perfect right here. Because now I can go for a Glare into the Dialga slot, and I think I just Sacred Sword the Dialga too. I feel like Zacian will probably live one life of Earth Power, although I don't really know the spread. This has some HP, but I can't really tell 100% here. But I think they also want to avoid the Sandaconda potentially getting Glare in the Dialga right here. So I think I just go for the Sacred Sword attempt. I could also just Protect here. But if they do target my Sandaconda with the Dialga, I'd rather just get the Sacred Sword off, realistically. So let's see how this is going to go. We're going to see the Dialga does go for the Earth Power. It does target down the Sandaconda. Okay, that's pretty ideal, actually. Because I probably have to force a 50-50 the upcoming turn, but this is still better than nothing, right? Sacred Sword, actually, if it KOs the Dialga, would be fantastic here, but I don't think it will. Ooh, so close, but not enough. Okay. Max Geyser, we should live one since it's no rain up. So Max Geyser into the Zacian right here. We do survive one. Okay, perfect. So now it's going to come down to my Dracozolt, I think, in the end game, because I do believe that the Dialga doesn't have Protect here. So I just Sacred Sword here, the Dialga right here. And then maybe it also comes down to Kyogre speed tier here. But yeah, we are going to go for Protect here with this Dracozolt. We're going to go for a Sacred Sword into the Dialga right here. If the Dialga has Protect, we're in a lot of trouble, but I guess we could rely on a double Protect. It's not exactly game over for us yet, but let's see, or for them. Let's see how it goes. We're going to see a KO into Zacian. All right, it's going to come down to Dracozolt versus the Kyogre at this point in the game. The Zacian does go down here. This is probably Hailstorm coming out, but at least the Dialga did feint to its own life or recoil, which is fantastic right here. So Dialga does go down, which is why I wanted to get the Sacred Sword off and a Dialga guaranteed before on the Sandaconda turn. So we are going to see Hailstorm come out into Dracozolt. Gonna come down to how fast the Kyogre is and how fast the Dracozolt is. I could also go for a double Protect here, but oh, well, I guess we can figure out Hail. With Hail damage, we actually confirm the speeds. Okay, the Kyogre's faster than my Dracozolt. All right. Oh, that is not great. That is not great. I would have liked to get a... Okay, So there's one more turn to Tailwind. I think double protect is always my best odds because they could either get full parad or I could get, you know, I could get the double right here and just win the game off that. So yeah, so last turn of Tailwind, we always go for a double protect here. Super close. Let's see how it goes. We will attempt a double here. We do get the double, looks like, though, so we are going to be able to snag this one right here. All right, perfect. As water, let's play water spout. Huh. I'm just confused because you probably have Ice Beam or Blizzard, and both of them worked here. I'm kind of surprised he would go for Water Spout. Maybe it KOs, but I mean, I know Dracozolt doesn't have the best attacks, but yeah, that was an interesting one there. But yeah, here's a Bolt Beak into the Kyogre right here. Able to finish off the Kyogre and somehow clutch it up. Yeah, it didn't exactly seem that great for us. We did have to get pretty lucky with the paralysis with Glare, but that is the thing about like Thundering Grimmsnarl and Glare Sandaconda. Yeah, it did end up being really helpful right there. I guess because the Kyogre was faster than my Dracozolt, the plan was actually a little bit awkward versus getting the free switch, but I don't know. It could have definitely impacted the game. Who knows, especially if the Kyogre got paralyzed as we saw the turn prior. But oh boy, I'm kind of glad that worked out though. We were able to get a pretty good turn one right there. The Glare into the Max Darkness. I guess because the Whimsicott survived, I could have just max guarded the Yveltal, but then again, I really did not expect that Moonblast to KO. But yeah, if I did know that the Moonblast would KO, then yeah, max guard was always going to be 100% to play there. I thought I could just KO the Kyogre cheekily, but Moonblast did more damage than I expected from the Whimsicott. But yeah, then I think that was probably the biggest play I could have probably changed right there. But otherwise, then just getting the Glares off into my opponent's side, giving me like pretty good odds with the paralysis chance overall. Being able to go offensive, especially against the Dialga with that one Sacred Sword turn, which was really important right there. And yeah, otherwise, I think I played to the best of the abilities there. The matchup was definitely tough, I think. They definitely did have tools to deal with the Yveltal. Yveltal was a little bit tricky for them, but that Dialga was absolutely insane for us. But thankfully, they decided to Dynamax the Kyogre right there. Zacian, Groudon, Grimmsnarl, Charizard, Incineroar, Gastron. Classic Renya Sun matchup. Okay, I don't know how this team technically plays against Renya Sun. We do have a Sandaconda with Glare, which maybe could be a thing here. I could definitely see myself trying to bring it at least. Dracozolt actually looks pretty awkward. There's double ground, but against a Charizard, like, what's my best tool against Renya Sun? That isn't, yeah, that's actually pretty tough to say. I mean, Blastoise obviously gets walled by the Gastron. I don't have a way to clear the Gastron. This looks like a pretty tough matchup, actually. I do think Sandaconda is the way to go. I think Clef is probably not it. I think it's the Yveltal, Dracozolt, and Zacian in some sort of fashion. I just don't know what I'm leading here, because I definitely think I lead Sandaconda. I think I lead Sandaconda plus Dracozolt, or I lead Sandaconda plus Yveltal. I could lead it with Zacian, but if they lead it with Charizard, it's not exactly super pleasant here. But we'll figure it out, I guess. I guess I'm going to go with Dracozolt because it puts on so much offensive pressure against my opponent realistically. Let's just see how it goes. Matchup-wise, this looks pretty tricky. Their Zacian looks troublesome. Their Groudon looks troublesome. Their Charizard looks troublesome. Like, there's so many factors that just look really bad right here. But we'll find out. The Grimm could be really annoying. I don't know what they're bringing. That's the problem. I just don't know what they bring. They have like a lot of potential good Pokemon right here. And I gotta watch out for the Grimmsnarl Charizard lead. Okay, this is actually the best case lead here, I think, for us. So this is actually pretty decent. We lead our Sandaconda plus our Dracozolt right here. And as long as it's not Fake Out Grimm, I should be able to get a Glare off into the Charizard, ideally. That would just be amazing for us if we could. So I'm going to go for the Glare into the Charizard slot. I'm going to go for a... What am I doing with you, though? Do I just Bolt Beak immediately? I feel like Bolt Beak is probably fine into the Grimm. Because I don't think it's going to... I don't think Spirit Break would be coming out. I think they either max guard the Charizard, they swap the Charizard. Yeah, I'm just going to Bolt Beak here. And I'm just going to Glare. We're going to see Charizard retreat here, which makes a lot of sense here. Groudon? Yeah, perfect. Okay, that's actually really ideal. We get the paralysis on the Groudon. Fantastic right here. I just gotta watch out because my answers against Charizard are pretty slim. I'm probably going to need to get Yveltal and Airstream up, but we are going to see Reflect come out, which is not too surprising here. Okay, so a Reflect comes out. We are able to get a Bolt Beak off into the Grimmsnarl, which is still some pretty decent damage for the most part, as we are going to be able to get a glare off into the Groudon. So a big paralysis right there. Very, very nice. Okay. Sandaconda, you kind of done your job. I don't know. I think I'd probably just keep Sandaconda though. I'm actually going to go hard in the Yveltal, I'm pretty sure here, and I'm just going to protect the Dracozolt on. I don't think you Spirit Break though. I just don't know what you're doing here. Probably Precipice Blades with the Groudon. I just don't know what you're doing with the Grim. Maybe you do Spirit Break. Maybe switching Sandaconda was a mistake. Maybe I should have just hard swapped the Dracozolt, because yeah, it's more likely that they target down my Yveltal, but I will find out. I don't know what kind of Grim they are either. I'm just worried about Spirit Break. Foul Play would not be that bad, but Spirit Break is definitely tricky here. We protect our Dracozolt. We need it for the Charizard. They just go for a light screen. Okay, that's pretty fair here. No Sword Stance on the Groudon, please, but I do have Foul Play. Oh, nice. They get paralyzed. I am pretty sure it's Blades, unless they read the Yveltal switch, which I think is pretty unlikely here. Okay. Now, I probably just go back into Sandaconda here, unless I really want to... I mean, yeah, I think I just go for a... Unless I want to Foul Play the Groudon, which isn't a bad play either. I don't think Foul Play is bad here. Could Oblivion Wing the... It's either Oblivion Wing the Grimmsnarl or Foul Play the Groudon. I could Max here, but the Max isn't going to KO anything. Or maybe I just Protect here. I think Protect is probably an okay play and just go out into Sandaconda right here. I want to scout for what they're going to go for. If they just Precipice Blaze, that's fine. I'm worried about a double up into the Yveltal, and I really don't want to... I don't think I want to commit to anything here, because this is a danger zone right here. I got to make sure that I have Airstream pressure for the Charizard, so I can do Bolt Beak plus... Airstream. So we're gonna see Foul Play come out. Okay, so that's good to confirm the move right here. Foul Play, Dark Aura boosted, a Sand Spit, so no more Sun, which is important for Charizard later on. So the ground's gonna have to switch out. Rock Tomb into my Yveltal. Okay, cool. Good to confirm, good to confirm. I think I double up the Grim now and hope that it's able to pick up the KO right here, or I could get the necessary damage into Groudon, because the damage into Groudon's pretty huge. I think Foul Play is probably okay. Foul Play and just high horsepower, because I don't even know if I'll KO the Grim realistically, so I might as well just go for it. Yeah, I really don't know. Maybe I should glare the Grim slot. They could switch out, but they're not. Okay, so I'm able to get a Foul Play off into Groudon. Very, very nice damage, actually. High horsepower into the Grim here. Very good. Okay. Foul Play going to come out into the Sandaconda once again, which is perfectly fine. They go for a Rock Tomb and miss. Ooh. Getting very lucky here. Getting very lucky. I will gladly take that miss here. Okay, beautiful. Very, very nice. Okay. I want to do here. I probably still want to go for... I want Airstream here. I probably just want to protect my Yveltal here. No, do I want to protect the Yveltal? If this is Foul Play Grim, I don't... It has Light Screen. We saw Reflect, right? It has Reflect up. Yeah, so it's... We don't know the last move, but it's probably not Trick. Maybe Thunder Wave. So maybe I just Foul Play after. Or I could Dark Pulse. Actually, you know what? I do have the Dark Pulse for a reason. And I'm going to glare the Grimmsnarl, because there is a chance they go Charizard here. Preserve the Grim. But let's see. They're going to save the Grim here. Okay, so I am able to get Dark Pulse off in the Groudon. Not bad damage, though. A glare going to come out into the Grim. I was trying to catch maybe if the Grim decide to switch out here and preserve itself, but... We do flinch, and oh man, this team, RNG is everywhere right now, and that is fantastic for me. Reflector is also, they have to reflect again, but yeah, this is a very good position right now. Yeah, I would Airstream this turn. I think I'm going to Airstream the Groudon here, and I'm going to also go for that double up into the Groudon with high horsepower. The reason I'm going to go for the double up into the Groudon here is because I want to make sure that I have speed control for potential Zacian, as well as the Charizard with Glare, I think, with the Sandaconda, because the Sandaconda can outspeed the Zacian at +2 and the Charizard only with a +1, so I think it's still 100% worth it right here. So we Dynamax the Yveltal. Maybe we can knock out both Pokemon here. I don't know. Reflect is going to come out, so they're going to have a fresh batch of Reflect, which is going to be really important, actually, because a lot of my Pokemon are physical attackers. Airstream going to come out into the Groudon. It's not enough to KO. High horsepower? I don't even know if it will pick up the KO. I guess it's not too bad if it doesn't, because I just Airstream again and I high horsepower to Grim. It's not that bad. A high horsepower going to come out into the Groudon right here, and it does pick up the knockout on the Groudon. Okay. Okay. Let's see how the rest of this is going to go. It's actually nice that Grim is still around on the field because I can glare 100% whatever targets come in, and Let's Green is over. Nice. So glare is coming in 100% into whatever's coming in, and I always get to keep an Airstream on, or I get to keep my Sandaconda, which can glare and speed control my opponent. So this is really, really solid of a position. This is pretty much what I really wanted here. Okay. Let's see. Gonna be the Zacian coming in. Okay, perfect. Clicking Airstream into the Grimmsnarl, pick up that knockout so I can lock into Charizard here, and I'm clicking Glare right here. So yeah, we are going to Airstream this. We're going to Glare you, and yeah, that way we'll always have paralysis on the Zacian right here. Nice. No trick. Perfect. So it's light screen going to come up. No surprise here. A big Airstream. The question is, the Charizard is going to be a little bit questionable for sure. That is probably the Pokemon I'm like, do we like that Pokemon? I'm probably going to have to play a 50-50 round, but yeah, we'll see how the rest goes. We're going to get a Glare off into the Zacian, make sure that it is slower than my Dracozolt, and we're going to see a Behemoth Blade. Who are they targeting? It looks like they're targeting the Sandaconda because the Sandaconda is kind of a threat right now, and yeah, it looks like they do target the Sandaconda. So Sandaconda, you have done an amazing work right here. Goodbye, Sandaconda. But right now we're going to go out into our Sandstream Fades, which is actually probably the perfect timing. We're going out into our Dracozolt, and we're clicking Bolt Beak. Or Protect. I just don't know if the Charizard is protecting or if it's going for an attack here, because I think I have to call whether they Airstream or not. I think I'm going to Protect this Dracozolt because I feel like they have to play rough here. But yeah, we're going to go for an Airstream here. We're going to go for a Protect, I'm pretty sure. This is still a really strange position, but I think there's nothing wrong with going for the Airstream and Protect here. The reason I think that's the case is because okay, they're attacking with Charizard, or they're max guarding at least. Because I would just be able to Bolt Beak Airstream KO the Charizard. So this is why I'm like, are they hesitant about attacking with Charizard right here? Because if they lose Charizard, they just lose the game right here. But looks like, well, we can't. Well, I think we did confirm, right? My Dracozolt didn't get an Airstream boost yet, so. Oh wait, no. That Charizard was slower. Wait, did I have an Airstream boost? No, I didn't. Right? No. No, so I get the Airstream up into the Zacian. Why is that Charizard slower than my Dracozolt at neutral? Am I missing something here? There was no trick. Take a Sword into the Dracozolt, actually. Okay. Wait, what? I'm confused here, actually. I'm confused. Hold up. Hold up. My Dracozolt, yeah, it's a +1 now. That Charizard's not max speed. Is it like, it's not the power set, is it? No, there's no Trick Room on this team. I don't get it. Okay. I'm just going to go for a Dark Pulse then into the Charizard slot. And I'm going to go for a Bolt Beak. Their best play, I could double up the Zacian too with Foul Play plus Bolt Beak, but I don't think that picks up the knockout. And I guess if it's Sacred Sword, then it's fine, right? Because it shouldn't knock out the Dracozolt right here. A double max guard gives them a better chance because they don't get the Bolt Beak double in power, but looks like they're not going to accept it. So a Bolt Beak going to come out into the Charizard. Actually, it hangs on. Okay, that one I did not expect there. A Policy on the Charizard. Wildfire into the Yveltal is going to pick up a knockout. Wait, hold on. Does Wildfire and the Sacred Sword get me? Because it might. Sacred Sword, okay. So it's not play rough guaranteed. Yeah. Oh boy, the fact it's Policy Charizard. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think we might have just lost this one. Because it actually had bulk on the Charizard. The fact that it survived that double up right here. Okay. So it's technically not over because how many turns of Reflect do they have? They have 1 turn of Reflect. I think I Behemoth Blade the Charizard. I either have to Behemoth Blade the Charizard or I have to go for Protect with Zacian because I don't know if the Charizard max guards here because I still have the last turn to Reflect. And then I should live one Behemoth Blade, but I might have to rely on a pair. Oh, they did go for the Max Guard. Okay, good play on their part. I think I should have protected here. I went for a Blade to Charizard the next turn and just hope for the full para. I can hope for the full para now, which I do get. Okay. I need another one, though. Although, I guess if I protect, it's the same case here. Reflect does wear off. I could also go for the 10% miss on the Charizard because they're probably either Blast Burn or Heat Wave. They also could be going for a double protect with Charizard, yet I think I just targeted Charizard anyway because the 25% high chance of another para is still pretty decent. So let's go for the Blade here. Okay. But if they get the Blade off, it doesn't matter if I survive because the Wildfire will finish me off anyway. So goodbye, Charizard. All right, comes down to the Zacian. Are you able to move right here? You do move and get the Behemoth Blade. All right. Oh, dang. The fact that it was a bulky Charizard actually screwed me over because the fact that it actually had enough to survive the Bolt Beak plus the Dark Pulse with Black Glasses and Life Orb through the screens actually was a very important factor in this match. Because the fact is, I was expecting to KO the Charizard with the double up. I did not KO the Charizard. And then, yeah, it kind of just blew me back right there. So, was not expecting that one. I was still pretty happy about how it worked out overall. I did get very lucky in the beginning. But then again, when you're going for glares, when you have Dark Pulse as well as a bonus on top of that, it's going to be unlikely to move with the ground on that turn. But, yeah. What else could I have done? Maybe I could have... No, I always wanted to glare off into the Zacian right there. I guess I would have probably had to, like... Maybe I could have doubled up the Zacian guarantee with the Bolt Beak. I don't know. Because I would take an extra hit of Life Orb. And if they do get the Sacred Sword off, if they do live... Yeah, I just don't know. Unless Foul Play does more damage than Dark Pulse, which... I'd assume Dark Pulse does more from the Yveltal at that point in the game. Both screens are up. I'm pretty sure that the special attack is higher on Yveltal than the physical attack on the Charizard, most likely. Yeah, I just don't know at that point. Maybe I could have protected Yveltal. Protect Yveltal actually might have been the play there because I would have still had Yveltal around so I could deal with the Charizard. And then I just need a Behemoth Blade off in the Zacian. So I guess protecting the Yveltal there. But yeah, I was not expecting to double up to Charizard again because I would have had to know it lived, I think, in order to make a better play. Thundurus, Zacian, Kyogre, Shedinja, Kartana, Incineroar. Okay, this team. All right, let me see how I'm going to play against this. Sandaconda is actually kind of funny because they always got to be careful with the Shed. Because if they do decide to bring Shed, oh boy, the Sandaconda. Being able to, with the Sand Spit to change the weather is actually pretty huge right here. What do I want to go? The Thundurus can't, unless it's Scary Face, but I'm pretty sure it's Thunder Wave, so I just see Veltal, Dracozolt actually, and yeah, it's actually a little bit problematic for them overall. I don't know. Clefairy seems like a decent option here. I actually don't even know if they're going to bring the Shed. I think they're going to go with like Zacian. I don't know if they're bringing Thundurus. I think it depends. I could see them bring Zacian, Incineroar, Kyogre, and Kartana instead. But we'll see. I think I'm going to go with the Sandaconda lead here. Sandaconda lead isn't too bad here. Sandaconda plus Zacian actually seems pretty effective as an offensive lead starter. And then clean up endgame with Yveltal Dracozolt doesn't sound too bad here. Yeah. Blastoise, unfortunately, I don't know. I feel like I'm just pressuring the Shed way too much because if I have Airstream on the Dracozolt, Yveltal, of course, Sandaconda is very scary to play against Blastoise. I think I just scare away the Shed, so I'm pretty sure that they have to bring the other mons right here. So I don't think I have to worry about Shed too much. I think I just have to worry about the actual offensive threats that my opponent does have here. So if they do bring Shed, they got me, but I should have enough tools to deal with Shed anyway. It's really just going to come down to what are they going to lead here. The Sand Spit activates. No, I'm pretty sure if they Max guys are in rain, then I change the sand, it doesn't change it back to rain. Incineroar plus the Kyogre leads straight off the bat here. Okay, good lead on their part. Dracozolt would have been nice, but overall, I'm not really like that unsatisfied with this lead actually, because I just double protect this turn. I think again, the Zacian's very expendable right here. And I'd imagine they're just going to go for fake out into one of my slots. They could reposition if they want to like hard swap the Incineroar, but I think that's okay. I don't know what else they would really bring here that changes it. So we're just going to double protect here. Did the drizzle go off before my... I don't know. I'm just going to double protect. I don't know if it was Scar. I'm pretty sure the sword went off, but Yeah, we will protect our Zacian right here and our Sandaconda turn 1. Let's just see what they're going to go for, as I'd imagine this is fake out. Yep, into the Zacian and a water spout. Yep, water spout. Okay. Is this greedy? I kind of want a sword stance. Like, I really want a sword stance right here in glare. I'm going to glare to Kyogre, that's for sure. The question is, what am I doing with Zacian? I don't know if they water spout again, because I could just play rough theoretically into the Kyogre and they would do a lot less damage. So I don't know. Maybe I should just Sacred Sword to Kyogre anyway, though. I think I will. I think it's better than playing greedy for no reason. Incineroar swaps out here into the Thunderous. Okay, that's actually really good for me. So avoiding the Sacred Sword there, that's actually really good for me because... oh, they protect. Okay. Which I don't mind, because I always get the glare off into... They can't prevent the glare, I'm pretty sure, into the Kyogre. Or can they? Maybe they can. Maybe the Oh, the Thunder carries Grass Knot now on this team, right? Huh, that's a little bit strange here. Okay. I mean, I think I still have to go for the glare here into the Kyogre anyway. I think I just have to attempt it. I think I just go for it. Yeah. It's just a little bit weird because I keep forgetting that the Fundus carries Grass Knot here. But yeah, we're going to Sacred Sword here and we're going to go for the glare, I suppose. I kind of need to chip into Kyogre. They go for a Thunder Wave. Okay. So we're both getting paralyzed, it seems. We're going to see a Water Spout. If it's probably KO Zacian, actually. Oh no, Zacian survives because it's like Timid Bulky Ogre, if I'm not mistaken. So a Sandaconda with the sand. This is still not that bad, actually, realistically. Like, I do have a Dracozolt that's still really good in the end game, so I really don't mind this. We will get a Sacred Sword off into the Kyogre. Actually, some pretty decent damage. We do get the glare off into the Kyogre right here, which is fantastic. Okay. I don't need my own Zacian to win this game. I definitely am going to need some help, though, from my Dracozolt. Dracozolt's going to be really key here. So I think I need to go for a Protect with the Sandaconda. I think Sandaconda is way too valuable here. And I'm going to go for I think a Behemoth Blade, and I'm just going to get some chip into their Thunderous, because I think Thunderous is probably the biggest nuisance here. I don't think they're going to Dynamax either. Well, here's the thing. I don't know who they Dynamax if it's not these Pokemon. Is that Incineroar coming back in? That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So Incineroar comes out. Not that big of a deal. Again, this is actually a free Dracozolt bring in right here. Yeah, I really like the free Dracozolt bring in here. Okay. So, is it Cortana last Pokemon? I could see them not bringing Zacian, I suppose, but I really feel like you should always bring it. Behemoth Blade going to come out in an instant. I guess I get Sacred Sworded, but I mean, any chip on an Incineroar is like very good chip regardless. So, I'll gladly take the damage into the Incineroar right here. As we're going to see Water Spout. Once again, I guess both Pokemon are super weakened anyway, and I guess you don't want to miss, so fair. All right, so Water Spout going to come out and knock out my Zacian. I don't really mind that. This is a Dracozolt play for sure. This is a Dracozolt play for sure. All right. So we're bringing in the Dracozolt. And then this is going to be a little bit tough right here because they do have Fake Out Pressure. I got to watch out for this. I think my best play is actually to swap out the Sandaconda and the Yveltal, and I think it's to protect the Dracozolt here. You might be thinking why I'm going to make this play. I think their most likely play here is probably either Fake Out and they're going to attack with Kyogre, which I don't think is the best, but yeah, it's definitely a play that they can make here. Or they're going to go for a Parting Shot Protect play, bring out their Zacian for free. So I think I just rather just protect the Dracozolt right here and scout for what they're going to accomplish. I want to have Sandaconda. I want to have Yveltal in so I can start Airstream before the Zacian comes out. And I'm pretty sure they're not Parting Shotting out the Sandaconda slot. But we'll see. We do protect our Dracozolt. Let's see if they protect on either of their Pokemon right here. It is going to be a Fake Out going to come out in a Sandaconda. Okay, so Ice Beam? Yeah, okay, that works out too. Like, that actually still is a pretty good turn for me. All right. And not a bad turn here at all. All right, I'm not really worried about their Thunderous. Their Thunderous actually does absolutely nothing in this matchup, so I just go for I could get a double knockout here if I want to. I really just want the Airstream so I can beat the Zacian, which is going to be one of the biggest problems to my team. I kind of wish I got a Sacred Sword off into Kyogre, actually, because I would have put that thing in range guaranteed, but Let's just go for a max airstream, I suppose. We're gonna target down there. I guess I am gonna target down the Incineroar, and I'm just gonna bolt beak the Kyogre. Yeah, Incineroar could also just hard swap here into Thundurus, but yeah, I think this is probably best case. The thing is, I just don't know. Their max Pokemon are super weird now. It has to be Kartana as a max Pokemon, or they're maxing the Fundy, which realistically, max Fundy is not that big of an issue, I think, at the moment right here, but we'll find out. Bring out the Yveltal Dynamax right here. Unless they max Instant and go for a max Strike, which actually would be a really solid play on their part, but no Protect, so good thing I got that right. We are able to get the Bulky KO and the Kyogre. Fantastic. Okay. So that's actually pretty big. The Kyogre goes down here as we are able to get an Airstream up into the Incineroar. This is some pretty decent damage, but it's not a knockout, which is the problem here. So yeah, it is almost a KO though, which is pretty good. Okay. And now Incineroar should be parting shotting here. Yep, it's parting shot here. And this is why I kept the Sandaconda alive. I'm probably going to have to go into Sandaconda right here and go for a max guard this next turn. Yeah, that's always my play here. This should be, unless they brought Kartana and no... I mean, if they brought Kartana, I think I just potentially nuke it. Zacian is the last Pokemon. Okay, good to confirm. It's just so weird because it has to be Thundurus as the last Pokemon then. And Max Fundy is not going to be that great here against me. What would be an absolute baller play for them is to fake out or to max strike by Dracozolt right here. If they max strike by Dracozolt, oh boy. That's actually, I think, their ideal play here, but let's see if they know it. So they could just be going for a fake out right here and a... I don't know if they fear the max flare, but I mean, it just depends on their set. I'm gonna go into hard into Sandaconda here, and I'm gonna just max guard so I can airstream the Zacian potentially and go for the Bolt Beak as well, and maybe I can knock out the Zacian that way. I would need to double up in order to pick up the knockout, which if they give me that option, it does allow me to win here, so I'll always go for that. We're gonna bring out Sandaconda as a sack here. Let's see, do they max, or are they saving the max for the Fundy? Max guard with the Yveltal. They just faked out. Perfect. Unless it's a sub. Sub can screw me over. They have not really liked clicking Protect on their team, though. They really have not. Okay. They Behemoth Blade my Yveltal. Perfect. I'm pretty sure it's going to come down to a few things. A, how fast is their Zacian? I'm pretty sure that this team runs like a decently bulky Zacian. So I feel like my play is just to always double up the Zacian right here because they just not have clicked Protect this entire time. But if they do, it's kind of awkward, but I think it's still manageable. Like, I think we could still win even if they do click it. But we're going to see the Incineroar swap out here. Is this in a Thundurus? Okay, like, even if they... No parting shot's the big part here, at least. Because if they Protect here, yeah, that's fine. Because, like, what's Thundurus doing here? Which I think is the big one. Airstream going to come out into the Zacian. There's two things that I... Actually... Maybe I had to call that. Maybe I should have Bolt Beaked the Zacian right, or the Thundurus right here on the switch, because it would have KO'd the Thundurus because of the plus the times 2 effectiveness. Because now this actually might be... They actually protected here. They could go... There's two plays that they can make. Incineroar Sack, I think, is the better one here for the Zacian slot, or they go for the Thundurus and just Behemoth Blade right here. I don't know which one they're going to go for, but... let's go for a foul play and a Bolt Beak, I suppose, into the Zacian slot, because I think that's like my better chance of winning, because I'd have to live a max lightning from Thundurus, which I think is probably doable realistically with Yveltal, because the Thundurus isn't like an offensive set. It's definitely one of the bulkier ones, so I might as well just go for foul play plus Bolt Beak and just hope it KOs the Zacian, even if their Incineroar comes in for the Intimidate right here. Let's see. This foul play should do a lot of damage with the black glasses into the Zacian right here, so... They are going to retreat to Zacian. This is Incineroar here. They also give me Electric Terrain, which is probably big if they do go for this play. If Foul Play KOs the Incineroar, we're actually in a pretty good shape, but I don't think Foul Play is KOing the Incineroar. Who knows, though? We'll see. I don't know if they run specially defensive or physically defensive Incin. Probably physically defensive. We already see a Dynamax from Thundurus, though. Okay? Don't be Weather Ball. Don't be Max Strike off Weather Ball. Because if it's Max Strike off Weather Ball, that's super awkward. Okay, Dynamax Thundurus. All right, big moment of truth right here, because can Dracozolt pull this game back? because it's going to be a really big one right here. We are going to get a foul play off into the Incineroar right here, which is actually a KO. Okay, so I do get... Oh, critical hit. I don't know. I really don't know the damage right there. So Incineroar does go down. Volt Beak is going to come out into the Thunder slot, and not bad damage. Not bad damage. We're going to see a Max Lightning come out into the Yveltal right here, which probably is... Oh, that KOs. Okay. I was kind of hoping that wouldn't KO right there. All right, so Yveltal goes down. I'm gonna have to hope this electric terrain carries me and I can Oko the Zacian. I think that's probably my better play here. The Zacian's coming out here. I don't think I KO the Thundurus with the electric terrain, so I might have to just protect the the Dracozolt here on the Max Lightning. Although it is quad resisted, I suppose. But the Zacian shouldn't be carrying sub on this team, so I think I just always get the protect off anyway. So let's scout for their protect. As Dracozolt going to protect. Let's see if the Zacian also protects, which I think it probably will. Yep, okay. Nice, nice, nice. Because I think I can always KO the Thundurus with Bolt Beak after the Dynamax is over. Max Lightning going to come out, but this is still like very little damage right here. Yeah, as you can see, it's just not doing too much. It's just going to come down to how much does Bolt Beak do. If this was Gen 7 terrain, I'd say, oh, this always Okos the Zacian. But I have no idea what the Zacian spread is on this team. I don't remember if it's semi-bulky or not. We'll see. A Bolt Beak going to come out. It's ×2 in electric terrain with the Life Orb at -1 from the Intimidate. Oh, that's nowhere near close. Unfortunate right there. Oh, if they missed a play rough, we actually had a chance. Unlucky. Okay. Where did it go wrong? Because that match was very doable. We actually had some pretty decent positions. I still think the end game could have really came out well. I think it was just like, again, if I read the Incineroar, I think. If I read the Incineroar, then yeah, I think it might have actually been better because we could have went for a... Like if I got the Thundurus on a Bolt Beak, I just double protect the following turn. I get the foul play into a Bolt Beak combination off into the Zacian. Actually, I don't even know if that KO because I didn't have the electric terrain boost. That Bolt Beak did way less than I was hoping for. So I'm actually surprised on like how little that Bolt Beak did when I think about it. Was I -2 or was I -1? I thought it was -1. Because they didn't parting shot. I switched into Sandaconda. No, I was definitely -1. So I'm surprised how little that did actually run the Dracozolt. But I guess... Oh, was I Sandrush actually? Oh, that explains why. All my calcs I've been doing for this episode were based off the hustle. So no wonder I kept missing the calcs right here because I didn't have hustle. It was Sandrush. That makes so much more sense now. Oh, I feel like such a fool right now. I just realized because I keep forgetting the Dracozolt could run Sandrush. So yeah, that explains why the damage was like so much less than I thought it would be. And that is the show. Very fun team. I mean, Glare, of course, just really good as a move. You can Glare quite a bit compared to like Thunder Wave, where you have the 100% hitting paralysis move. You have Dark Pulse on the Yveltal that gives you higher odds. I think it's really cool with the Sand Spin, Sandrush Dracozolt, which... How did I not realize this was Sandrush Dracozolt? I literally stared at it and I never thought about that actually coming into play. I thought this was Hustle Dracozolt for some reason, but... that was just me. But if you did enjoy today's video, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It does help me. I want to check out the details of the team and the creator down below in the description, and you can grab the rent code on your screen while it's available. I think the games were very fantastic today. Of course, the Regis Policy Bulky Charizard caught me off guard that first one. We got a little bit lucky against Geo, and then that third game, my opponent played a really solid end game, and I probably had to play a little bit more aggressive towards the end game and definitely not mess up the abilities on the Dracozolt, which messed up my calcs immensely right there because I was really hoping for Bolt Beak to do a bit more damage. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Check out the rest of my CS Troll content. There's a lot of cool teams and a lot of fun Pokemon. But until we bow again, I'll catch y'all later.